All right, have you guys seen a lot of courses that start like this? And I can't be the only one. All right, so you'll have something that on the background and it might say, welcome. See, I thought this was a really good course here. Welcome to Bacteria for Internet Marketers. And they'll have an agenda or some objectives or something, and then they'll go right into the history of whatever topic it is. And that's not all that motivating. It kind of sets your mind up. This whole course is going to be a little bit like that, and kind of just a read and click and read and click and kind of boring. If you give yourself a little bit more time and pay attention to the intro of your training, you will find that your learners will pay much more attention to it. They'll be inspired to actually kind of sit up and put their cell phones down and maybe close their email and make some time to actually learn from what it is you're teaching. So here's just an example of something that you guys could start with that same bacteria thing. What if we showed a little video from the beginning? Did you know you can make a lot of money training bacteria to dance? Today you learn how to train your bacteria to make you money while you sleep. Instead, that's your Internet Marketing for Bacteria's opener. So wouldn't that be cool if you started out with something very visual and a promise of what the learners will learn or what they'll be able to do when they finish your training? This definitely works, when you're doing some sort of a course, and it can also work at the beginning of a tutorial. You just want to have, if it's a really short, brief tutorial, you want to have a kind of a short, brief intro. Today we're going to talk about how to create 4 motivational intros for your video. So I'm going to give you 4 different ideas, and I'm not going to go step by step on how to necessarily create every single one of these intros, but these are going to be your ideas, and I'm going to show you examples of them and where you can find the asset that you can use to get these things going. So I just loved this template that I got from Presenter Media. It has such cute animation in it, so I wanted to use this for my ideas. So the first idea, I'm going to go through the 4 ideas first, and then we'll go into them a little bit more deeply. The first idea is going to be an animated title intro, and I've asked Lon for some suggestions of where you can find and who you can use to help you with those animated titles, and you've seen some of these before. Some of these will look familiar to you. And then the second idea that I'm going to go into is starting out with some sort of a visual scenario or problem where you might use some cutout characters, or you might even describe a problem that someone is having right from the beginning and have some buttons they can click on as to how they might solve the problem, or make them think and make it a real life situation that they might encounter. So right away they're thinking, yeah, this video is going to be relevant to what I do. You can also start your videos with an interesting fact, statistic, or question. So for example, you might ask the learner something, did you know this? Or 50% of internet marketers fail, blah, 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 in doing this. And so it gets their mind thinking. They're looking for some kind of closure, and it invokes their curiosity. So they want to continue watching the course to find out what you're going to say about that interesting statistic. And then lastly, we're going to talk about how you can show the result, the end product, or what they're going to be able to do when they finish with your training, because it's very motivating to be able to see right away, oh, this is the report you're going to be able to push out at the end. This is the room that you're going to be able to decorate. This is what it could look like. Here's a before and after. They know, oh, okay, if I pay attention to this video, this is for me, I will be able to have this result at the very end. So we're going to go through these 4 different ideas, and I would love if some of you guys have used any of these ideas before, if you would share with me where we can find your video on YouTube or Facebook or wherever, so that I can use it as an example. And if you have ideas of places you've seen some of these used before, that would be great too, because I would love to have this particular session have lots of resources for people in the replay.